And each year I'm struck by the amazing young people that we have come forward. The world truly is in good hands. Our recipient this year is also showing us not only is the world in good hands, but it's in caring hands. Kalli King is our youngest ever recipient at 17 years old. As a youth ambassador for Island Savings since 2015, she works with local nonprofits to learn more about community needs. She gives back to nonprofits and attends community events. Kalli also works with Big Brothers and Big Sisters as a youth mentor and a camp leader. She ran a group mentoring program for girls 12 to 14, focusing on physical activity, balanced eating, and self-esteem. Working with troubled girls, she provides a place for them to come, relax, and have fun. Kalli also serves some time working in a local restaurant in the summer. But Kalli's greatest passion is to help change the world. When she was only 8 years old, she decided to raise money and shave all of her head for muscular dystrophy. With a starting goal of $50, she quickly surpassed that and raised $14,600. One of her most meaningful community experiences was when she sang at a walk that was coordinated as a fundraiser in order to help support those who are living with neuromuscular disorders. This walk was especially important to her, as earlier that year, she had lost one of her close friends to that disease. He was only 17 years old, and it was one of the main reasons that she felt so strongly about the cause. Singing in his honor was her way of communicating her emotions and connecting with others in her community who were also grieving. It was an overwhelming feeling that brought her to tears, but also gave her a huge sense of accomplishment. And at that moment she realized she was able to touch the hearts of a large crowd with the power of one song for one special person. She had managed to provide support to members of her community whom she had never met and had personally suffered similar circumstances. It's a moment she will never forget. She enjoys being part of a team that brings together people with both similarities and differences, whether it's sport, when she played hockey, or day-to-day living in the dynamics of her current school. And her school speaks loudly to the importance of community being there for each other and working together for a common goal. In grade 10, she boarded a plane at the age of 14 and flew to Australia by herself for an exchange program. So the exchange program supported her strength of independence and her vision of community, which was about simple inclusion and about being authentic. So Kalli's achievements are long, numerous, and absolutely outstanding. She was a recipient of the Governor-General of Canada Caring Canadian Award, Muscular Dystrophy Canada Courage to Inspire Award, the Muscular Dystrophy Canada BC Yukon Mary Ann Wickham Volunteer of the Year Award, Inspirational Women's Award as an international recipient in Los Angeles, the BC Achievement Award awarded at Government House, the Sparky Award Citizenship Award at Dwight School of Canada, Academic Principal Honor Roll she was on also. She received the Certificate of Merit from Couch and Music Festival, Most Inspirational Player from the Duncan Junior Baseball Team. She was part of the Dean's Dinner, and she was a spirit captain within her boarding house. So I'm going to take a moment because I want to read a letter that she was provided. Her compassion for others, I think, is best articulated in this letter that she received. The letter was from the Governor General, and so if I may take a moment, I'd like to read that. It says, "Dear Miss King, I have enjoyed a lifelong habit of writing letters. I find that penning a few thoughts early in the morning focuses my attention on meaningful things. I comfort myself also by imagining that the habit will help keep my mind sharp. During my time as Governor General, I have found my mind turning often to instincts, sensibilities, traditions, and achievements that make our country unique. In the past year or so, in quiet moments, I have set down a number of my conclusions on these matters, styled as letters to people I deeply admire. You are one of those people." In truth, I never really intended to send many of these letters, conceived as they were early on for personal reflection rather than direct communication. I thought of them as private meditations, informed through conversation, conferences, reading, and learning from the ideas of others. Yet when the publishers of McClellan Stewart Random House heard of them and asked to see the letters, they suggested that a small set of those might be well suited for publication under the title, "The ID of Canada." I'm writing today to tell you that the letter that I have written to you was among those to be chosen for that volume. And so the letter is a very personal letter to Kalli, and so I just want to read the actual penning of the personal letter that he wrote. It says, "Dear Kalli, I think I've always known that young people can teach older folks plenty. You have taught me a valuable lesson. Age is no barrier to giving. All of us, whether we are 8 or 80, can give, because each of us has something special deep within us that is worth sharing. Your special something is your love of a friend, and you use that friendship to take action. I have told your story of giving and what I've learned from it to boys and girls across Canada, to encourage them to follow in your footsteps and find their own ways, and to give of themselves for the benefit of others." Unfortunately, Kalli cannot be with us today. However, I would like to